Hi everybody, welcome back. This is a sort of special episode, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. When I was laid up with my knee injury, the channel crossed over the 500 subscriber mark. This is super cool, and even though we're still a really tiny channel, that number is such a great milestone to reach. It's been a ton of fun putting the vlogs together, even when I'm bowling badly, and it's gratifying to know there are at least some number of you that like it enough to invite me to hang out on your YouTube feed. A pretty cool side effect of hitting 500 subs is that I now have unlocked 3 additional ways that people can support the channel. If you particularly enjoy the videos I make and want to help me branch out into doing even more with the channel, supporting the channel through one of these options is a great way to do that. First, you can see a new join button below this video. This is a $5 a month subscription, which brings some cool little treats to go along with it. A little bit to the right of that is the Super Thanks, which is essentially a tip jar. You can also share actual tips when you do that, but I already know that I need to play a straighter angle when I'm on a house shot. Finally, we now have a merch store. I am starting off with a few designs centered around my Good Luck and Good Bowling sign-off. I think this is a really positive thing to share with other bowlers, and shirts also support the channel, but only a fraction of purchase price from shirts actually goes to me. Viewers wearing them when you go bowling would definitely be a really big kick for me. If you do buy any merch, definitely take pics and share them with me on my Instagram. So that's it for channel news this week. How about bowling? I did that too. So I had just another practice session, but it was an important one. First off, I was actually able to bowl 3 games, which is a bit of a milestone. My legs are feeling great, and once I went ahead and bought a new slide sole, I was back to feeling really confident in my footwork. I had a little bit of an issue last week with my sole. That was something that was worrying me for a little bit. So during my first game, most of it is in, I was a little bit unsteady, though I still went for a clean 200. I know scores don't matter in practice, especially when I'm just warming my body up, but it still feels good. After getting the sole issue resolved, I threw my Obsession tour for a bit. I want to see it in comparison to the Zen, my most current consistent ball, so I could learn about its reaction and be able to figure out where I want to use it. And once I got into a place where I was throwing it with a nice straight angle, it looked absolutely amazing. I've had a bunch of people tell me it's going to be a great ball for me. I think I agree. It has a really fantastic control shape that's going to be really special. One thing that came up in this practice session too was that my wrist started to hurt again. My coach was around, so I went ahead and checked in with him, and we're both in agreement that is probably the fact that I'm doing new things with my wrist, staying behind and under the ball more, and that I've bowled fewer than 10 games this summer. So it should go away with time. I also tried out Christie's neoprene wrist support, which helped nicely, so I'll get one of my own soon as the shop has them back in stock. Finally, I did put in a little bit of spear shooting practice and hit a really important realization. Since I've changed my fit, I've been having a heck of a time getting my spear shots off my hand cleanly. I've been having thoughts I should probably just throw my spear shot the same release as my strike shots. Before, I'd been relaxing and killing my wrist, but it just wasn't coming off my hand very smoothly. So once I made the change to go ahead and throw the ball the same way I throw my strike shot, it's come off my hand really well, and my accuracy has been amazing, even on the left side. So that's a thing I'm going to go ahead and need to continue to practice and mostly remind myself of. So that was it for bowling this week. I also dropped off my phase 2 for plugging and redrilling, so it should return to the arsenal in a couple of weeks. With league starting up on September 5th, we're moving back to Waveland Bowl this winter and just had a league meeting. I want to be sure I have that shape available to me. I'm putting a 4-inch pin to pap this time because I want to match what I have in the Zen, because I like having those 2 balls have a very complementary relationship. That would do it for the latest edition of the vlog. I want to thank you again for watching and doing all the things that make me and the algorithm happy. Subscribing, liking, commenting, these are all wonderful, and I appreciate every time you do one of them. Remember now, we also have channel memberships and a merch store, so that's super cool. So thank you. I'll see you again in the next one. Good luck and good bowling.